These are the ingredients to create a painting, but I am too short, so I'm just gonna do this. I did something wrong. Today, I am back with another video. Recently, there's been a new snapshot for Minecraft 1.12, and it's really exciting because it's almost like a creative update. A lot of the textures and sounds have changed. Okay, so before we start getting to all the crafting and all of the new blocks and stuff, I'm just gonna show you the new toolbar menu. And the toolbar menu is actually really cool. You can save your toolbar. This one, you can save with Control-1. For example, if I put just some random blocks in my inventory, and then I do Control-1, as you can see, it's saved, and now it's in my toolbar. And if I want to load it, I can just do Shift-1, and that will load it. Let's start with the first thing, and this thing is, wow, I just saved the toolbar instead of loading it. Okay, so I got the toolbar back, so let's load it in. And so the first block is going to be the concrete block, and I can just simply put in 4 gravel, 4 sand, and a dye, and you get all this concrete powder. This is a really decorative block. It's almost like the same texture as sand, except it's a lot more vibrant, and I'm not sure what you could use this for, but there are many options. But if you're looking for a block that has some texture and is still one solid block, this is still really good. Okay, now if you ever wondered why this button was here, it's because boom, I loaded all of these in, and yeah, I used a lot of command blocks to make this video. And the concrete powder, it's kind of just all the same but different colors. So next on the list we have the concrete block, and since you can't actually craft this, I'm just gonna load this in right now. And as you can see, here we have the concrete powder that I just showed you before. And right now I have a pool of water here as well, and if I break the block, it will fall and it will become this new block, and this is the concrete block. So this is concrete, and it looks just like a completely solid block, but if you look a little bit into it, you can see that there's some texture in it. But yeah, so I really like the idea that the concrete powder hardens in water, and that's how you make the concrete. Now, I wouldn't just continue this video without showing you all of the concrete blocks, so let's load all of these in. And as you can see, they're all the same thing but with different colors once again. But I really like how they're almost a complete just one solid block, except for the small amount of texture. Especially this black one. With the black one, you can't really see anything, so it's kind of great for map making if you want a completely solid block. Because this black block, it basically has new texture. It's pretty much completely just plain black. Okay, so the next thing that we have on the list is something very interesting. I'm going to load it in right now, and right now I have hardened clay and coal, and I'm going to melt it in the furnace, and this is a brand new recipe, and it's very interesting what comes out of it. Okay, so this is the glazed terracotta block, and this is the lime edition. And it rotates in 4 directions, as you can see. These are all the 4 different rotations of it. And some very interesting things about it. You can make so many patterns. Like this one, it's basically a stripe pattern. And this one, you can make like a circle. I don't know, there's so many possibilities and so many things that you can do with it. But that's not it. There are so many more designs in terracotta blocks. That is not the only one. Check it out. Look at all of these blocks. These are amazing. And I'm going to go through these one by one and show you all the cool things that you can do with it. So first of all, this white glazed one, it's really nice. It looks like something that would be in like a hotel or something. And also if you put it in a circle design, you can get the sun. Next up we have this orange glazed terracotta. It would be nice for like the floor of a tree house or something. It looks really nice. All of these are really good for flooring. This next one, it's pretty obvious that you can see the arrow. This would be great for map making, and just like buildings that are too large and you need arrows to get around. It's just a nice new option. Next here, this is really cool. I really like the light blue one because it just kind of has a pattern that fits with a lot of other blocks, and it would make a really nice flooring for a bunch of different types of houses. This next one, it's kind of interesting. It's almost like a quadruple sun, and I really like doing a reverse sun because it makes this really nice like honeybee type of pattern. So this is the lime glazed one. I already showed you it, and if you look closely in the circle pattern, you can see a lime. So in the pink glazed one, it's almost a leaf type of pattern. You can make some cool designs. I'm not sure that it would make good flooring, but it just looks really good. Next up, we have the gray one, and this one, there's really no actual pattern to it. You kind of just like lay it out in just like random order, and it looks really nice. It would make a nice thing for maps that have to do with like space or robots. It kind of just fits with that theme. It's just a bunch of like random lines in the pattern, and it's nice colors, and it's a really nice texture. Okay, so the light gray one is personally my favorite. It's really cool, and it would make a perfect like future type of space, I don't know, type of map. It would look really cool in those, and it's just a great option other than a resource pack. Okay, I really like this one because you can see a creeper in it. Actually, I didn't really realize that until now. So, yeah, but still, it's really, really cool. And I like just the overall design of it. I like how it just has just a bunch of different mini stripes going along it. Now, heading towards the end, we have purple. And I also just noticed that there's a sword texture in this. And if you put it in 4 like this, it kind of looks like the Minecraft survival game symbol. Okay, so the blue one, you can kind of see a diamond, but mostly it's kind of just goes in random order. But it kind of fits no matter what order you put it in. Also, it kind of looks like an arrow as well. Now, the reason why I like this brown one is because it has a very interesting design that would, for some reason, it would fit a lot of houses, especially like a village house. I can imagine being the floors of village houses. I can imagine it having this type of ground. Okay, the green one, it's interesting. It also makes this type of circle pattern, but then if you do a reverse circle pattern, it kind of makes this strange, almost like a clover type of thing. I really like this green design. Okay, I really like the red one. It's almost like a red carpet. It's a good option for like castles and stuff if you don't want to just keep using red carpet, because the red carpet doesn't really have that cool of a design. And finally, we have the black one. And the black one is really, really cool. It has just a bunch of like different patterns going out of this like main black circle, and you can put it in a lot of different patterns. It just looks really nice, and I think it would fit like a nether dungeon or like a boss battle or something. I'm not sure. But other than that, that is the terracotta block, and I really like the addition of these because it's just a bunch of new designs that you can use other than the original just solid color blocks with a little bit of texture. Okay, so if you haven't noticed already, the floor of this map is wool, and you probably might have not noticed it because it's kind of a brief difference, but the white wool is actually quite a bit brighter. And this is actually because it is quite a bit brighter. In fact, all of the wools were changed to be a lot more vibrant. You can tell a huge difference between all of these. It's just amazing how much more bright these colors are than before. And especially this yellow one. I'm going to show you the yellow texture before this update on the screen. Look at that. Look at the difference. It's absolutely amazing. It's just so much more bright. All of these colors are just great. Okay, so now I'm going to load in the next preset. And this one, it comes with the ingredients to craft a banner. So let's craft it. And if I place this down, you may not know it, but it's actually a very big difference. I'm going to put the old yellow banner on the screen. I know I did this with the wolves too, but I'm telling you right now, it is a huge difference. This one is so much more bright compared to this older banner. It's just such a big difference, and it's also with all of the different banners, but I couldn't get all of the banners to place. Okay, so for this next one, I'm going to load in the next preset, and these are the ingredients to create a painting, but I am too short, so I'm just gonna do this. I did something wrong. Okay, I'm very sorry about that. I forgot what the recipe was for a second, but now I remember that it was this. So here we have a painting. The paintings weren't changed at all, as you can see right here. It wasn't changed, but if I set up this wall, you can see that the new change was actually that the painting will take up the most amount of space that it can. So as you can see, if I put it right here, it will make this huge painting right here. And so it'll take up all the space it can when you place it here. But if you place it, for example, up here, it can't spread out up here, so it just makes it this one. And if I do this, it'll make this, and make this, make this, and make a huge one. It'll just take up all the space it can so that you don't have to worry about getting the right size of painting. Okay, so for this next one, I'm going to load in the next preset. And as you can see, these are the ingredients to create a flint and steel, and this will obviously just light it on fire. So if I press this, it will place a magma block. And so the new change was that magma blocks will burn forever. So if I just stand here forever, which I'm going to do, it will not stop burning. So I'm just gonna look here for a bit. Oh, it's spreading, it's spreading, it's spreading, it's spreading. Okay, I'm putting this out. But basically, if you light the magma block on fire, it won't put out unless you pour water on it, or if you just put it out with your hand. So this last one is also a texture change, just like most of the previous ones. So let's check it out. Here we have a normal sheep, and if you can't tell, the colors have kind of changed. This is a white sheep. It kind of looks like a light gray sheep, but actually it's a white sheep. So if I load in these dyes, as you can see, if I dye the sheep, the colors are a lot more natural. So that is all of the changes made in the 17W06A snapshot for Minecraft 1.12. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, because every snapshot I will probably be making a new video, because there's a lot of changes to be made in this new update. Also, I spent a lot of time on this, as you can tell by all of these command blocks. I just spent so much time making all this, so yeah, so leave a like. Thank you. Goodbye.